Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for May the 10th until the 16th. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and discard the rest, okay? So we are going to be looking at some current energy, some other factors impacting, spirit guidance, possible outcomes, and then we're going to grab a Dragon Oracle card for you at the end as well. Okay, so please let's, I'm going to call in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, light beings, and any other spirit guides who would like to be present for this reading. We always appreciate your assistance, especially if you're vibrating with the unconditional love frequency. And without any further ado, let's cut the deck. Actually, one more shuffle. And yeah, we will cut the deck and look at some current energies for you, Scorpio. Five of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and Two of Cups. Okay, so you've been out in the cold, metaphorically. I mean, a new connection looks like it's coming in. Okay, and you've come to the end of a phase, which is probably, the end of a hard work, or perhaps a mentally trying kind of phase, situation, or a transition. And I mean, this could also be that you are looking to now come into a more intimate connection with yourself, okay, especially with your creativity, intuition, and spirituality. And here I think it's got to this point because perhaps you may have missed opportunities possibly to ask for assistance earlier on. I don't know why that's coming up now, but so maybe let's see if there are other factors impacting, but it might be looking like you're making a decision to be easier on yourself from now on, or you're going to be looking after yourself a bit better than you have been. If that resonates, just take what resonates. And it may be something else too. I mean, I'll hold these cards up again for you. So, I mean, something else may come up for you here too. I mean, so you're reaching for the next thing here, and you have the Two of Cups. So, it could be that you've gone maybe, perhaps you've been in a relationship of sorts that's been hard work, and you've kind of like done the dash there, and, and perhaps you're ready for a new connection. Not really sure. But let's just see what other factors are impacting. But I think it might be that you're looking to just look after yourself a little more than you perhaps have in the past. Other factors impacting are the Moon, the Hermit, and the Knight of Wands. Okay. Now, the Moon has come out in reverse, which is really interesting because in the upright, we have a little cat on top here, but in the reverse, it is the Panther. Okay, now, the cat is looking here and looking at the subconscious, and there's a lot of, we actually hold a lot of rich material and strength, in our subconscious, inner strength and resources, okay? So it's almost like, Scorpio, that you're actually almost aware of your inner resources. Have you already done shadow work? I'm not really sure. Maybe you have done some. And that, that you're kind of taking a bit of time out for yourself now. But, hello, there's something here, another factor impacting is that there's something that's attracting you that you're wanting to rush in and start on, which could be perhaps you've seen someone here that you want to have a connection with. But it may be that you are not quite ready for that because of this here. So there's part of you that wants to just be within and be with yourself, and there's another part of you that's wanting to move forward and perhaps to seize an opportunity that you can see. Yeah, let's look at some spirit guidance, because I guess that will give us a little more information. I mean, the moon also is about exploring your subconscious and looking into your spirituality, your intuition, your creativity, and that could be what you would be contemplating here in your hermit. This is actually contemplating your soul and your spirit connection and what's authentic for you, contemplating your authenticity, okay, as well. It's actually fascinating. We've got the Dragon Oracle I pulled out earlier, and right here you're actually looking at this dragon here. So it could be that maybe it means that you're just, on the lookout, or you're inquiring about some spirit guide energies that you can align yourself with. Let's look at some spirit guidance on that topic, on that theme, seeing as we're on that theme. Spirit guidance, we have 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and the Sun. Okay. So, yeah, so the guidance is to be creative and collaborative. So in groups, rather than just with one other person. I think, it's kind of looking like, and you also have the Sun here, which is, a group of people. The 6 of Swords is, that's moving from something into something new, which is a very similar vibration to this. You're leaving something behind and moving into a different energy, okay? So I think sometimes when we are letting go of a relationship that has perhaps worn us down, or a connection of sorts, maybe it's been at work or what have you, that sometimes we do need to spend time for ourselves and with ourselves. And then sometimes by starting to speak out and be creative in groups or with collaboration, we can find new ways of expressing different aspects of our being, which may or may not have had the opportunity to be expressed when in a partnership even, okay? Because sometimes, when you're in a connection with someone, it depends on the nature of the connection and how mature and whole and self-aware the two people are. But if 2 people are not terribly self-aware, they usually just end up doing what the other person is doing, and they just end up perhaps just sharing meals together, and that's about all they do. Or they might do walks and meals, and that's it. Okay, so, but if there are other things that interest you that your partner's not interested in, finding a group that you can do those, a group of people that you can do those things with, will help you to discover your authenticity. Now, it depends on the nature of the connection. Of course, if you find someone, and maybe this is someone that you're looking at from a distance, and or you kind of know of them, and you like their vibe and what they're into. Sometimes with when people get together, obviously, there might be some shared interests, and there's kind of, hit it off, and there's, sparks are flying, and you feel very much that you can be your authentic true self in quite a full sense with that other person. But it may have been in the past that you didn't feel that way when you were with someone. It may have been that, you kind of felt like you were out in the cold, or that, if certain parts of your personality were being expressed, that the other person was perhaps, completely deadpan, or just not participating in, not feeling things the way you feel things, or having very different styles, very different senses of humour, very different ways of going about life, and different values as well. Because sometimes we can be attracted to someone, but we can be absolute chalk and cheese on so many levels, okay? But then, love is strange, isn't it? We can still obviously be in love with someone that is extremely, extremely different from us. But it comes down to whether or not you feel you can be your authentic true self with that person, okay? And whether you feel that when you are together, the energy that's created is greater than when you are alone, okay? So, yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert in relationships at all, but it's just sort of this reading is kind of just prompting to sort of look at your relationship with yourself as well as and just kind of contemplating that, you know, your authenticity, and also looking at the nature of your relationships and to what extent you can be authentic, but also to remember that your spirit guidance here is to, you know, move into areas that are, you know, that are going to be energizing for you, emotionally energizing and uplifting. Okay, just to remember to do that. Possible outcomes for you, Scorpio. Oh, this reading's gone on a little bit. Possible outcomes. The Emperor, the High Priestess, the Four of Cups. Okay. Yeah, so by doing some introspection, you know, you'll probably be able to tap into your inner wisdom and get a stronger sense of your spirituality, okay, your intuition, creativity as well. And yeah, and the other thing too is if you can sort of collaborate and experience different aspects of your being with these groups or with other people, okay, you're going to feel a little bit more like you're the author of your life rather than just being someone's partner and doing whatever they want to do. Okay, so if you're moving on from a relationship that was basically, you know, doing this to you. Okay, but if you are coming into a greater connection with yourself, certainly spending time with others, basically you can't win you can't lose. You can't lose. Okay, whether you're with someone else or on your own, and then you also add in spending time with groups of people to find out who you are authentically, then either way you're going to be feeling more in control, more like the master of your domain, so to speak, and more secure in yourself. Okay, and yeah, and it's also going to help with your overall mastery and stepping into your authenticity and your alignment. And here we have another possible outcome, and that is that if you don't choose to do this internal time, okay, you're going to miss out on perhaps, you know, extra emotional input that could be really of assistance. And also you may come to it in your own time, but it could just be that at the moment, if you do want some alone time, you might just be in a little bit of a holding phase here. But once you start bringing in some extra, if you can move out into community or groups or an interest or hobby group, then that will help you to bring that extra cup in and you'll feel better there. So try not to allow these other extra responsibilities or worries to overtake to the extent that you are not able to do something for yourself, so that you can help yourself to move through into the next phase here. It's almost looking like, well, there's a swords thing here, which is like excessive thinking and perhaps work stress or relationship stress or something. And here you are reaching for the broom, which also almost looks like a wand, which is, the wands are the symbol of the spirit too. So it's like you are possibly moving into that the spirit, and actually straight under that, this wands are the suit of fire, and here we have the hermit sitting in front of a fire. So that's kind of a bit resonant now as I look at that. And we also have the fire-breathing dragon here. Okay, and here you are on the broom or the wand. You're actually riding the wand. So, yeah, there's a lot of wand broom energy in here. Let's look at the dragon oracle for you, Scorpio. So, yeah, there's a bit of... yeah, and I mean, if you're looking to go into a new relationship, or then it's, you know, just a reminder to still take care of yourself, you know, and perhaps not. Yeah, there's this phrase of like putting all your eggs in one basket, you know, so it's like, well, you know, if we're with one person and we expect them to make us happy, or we expect them to make us feel good, and we don't do anything else for ourselves, then that can sometimes lead to this, where we literally think ourselves into a quandary and we get super stressed. So let's grab a Dragon Oracle card. So the answer to that is then to, or one possible suggestion is to move into small groups, do something creative, find a community group that's doing something that you're interested in. It might even be like, say, photography, or nature walks, or, you know, caring for the environment, or something like that, anything. So I've just cut the deck, so I'm taking one off the top, and here we have, wow, Scorpio, look at that, air and fire dragon. Whoa, that's pretty cool, because we had lots of fire here, which is the wand energy, and you've got the 10 of swords, and you've literally got the 6 of swords as well. So you have air and fire in your reading. So let's read this. Expands your creative energies. Yeah. Okay, so get creative, Scorpio, get creative. Harness your creativity, which means express it and find out what that is. Okay, excitement and enthusiasm. Communicate your passion. And this could be what you're doing here with your hermit phase. You're kind of really just contemplating and go, you know what, what am I going to do that's really going to help me? And the Knight of Wands is enthusiasm. Okay, so it might even be that, you know, you go on a little trip, or maybe you're looking into your spirituality, coming into contact with nature, literally camping, you know, or doing some painting here, going out in nature here, you know, doing some, you know, introspective, maybe like doing tarot cards, or meditation, or visualization, prayers, yeah, meditations, anything like that. And also, you know, your subconscious work, doing some soul journey work. Maybe you like to do some dream work, which is about subconscious, or looking into some shamanic studies. That's just come up as well, because we have the Hermit here. Like, this has got so many different vibrations with this card. I really love it. I love that Hermit card. It's one of my favourite cards in that deck, actually. Let's read this here. Air and Fire Dragon. And I'm just going to see which dimension this is from. Okay. This might be a fourth dimensional. No, hang on a minute. Air and Fire. Fourth dimensional dragon. Okay, 32. And that is actually, fourth dimension is that dimension where we are doing a lot of the shadow work. Okay, because it's that intermediary phase between the third and the fifth dimension. So once we've done a lot of fourth dimensional work, we can start to feel into that 5D frequency a little more. But I think, Scorpio, you might be doing some 4D work, according to this reading here. Possibly, if that resonates. And you know, the fourth dimensional frequency, there's a whole spectrum of that. So we can be in upper fourth dimension, almost into fifth, or we can be in mid fourth or lower fourth dimension, and depending on where we're at and what we're working through at the time. Okay, so air and fire is 32. So Scorpio, this is kind of cool. 32, where is it? Okay, here we go. Right, so this is going to be interesting. Shimmering fourth dimensional blue and orange, air and fire dragons are very vocal. They love to express themselves and make their presence known. They often create turbulence as they swirl around us. Air mixes with fire to ignite an explosion of creativity, enthusiasm, and aliveness. So yeah, the more air comes to the fire, it like makes the fire, you know, burn brighter, doesn't it? These dragons make us feel happy, excited, and sometimes a little unsettled or even overwhelmed. At the same time, the element of fire transmutes lower energies and clears the path of our destiny, while air enables us to communicate our passion at a soul level. That's actually a really cool way of thinking about that. So the air is that transmutation, so burning off all of the low frequencies. And the air is sort of lifts us up. So it says choosing this card indicates it is time to harness your gifts and talents for your highest good and that of the world. You have something in your soul to bring forward, so your guidance is to decide what fires your enthusiasm. Then trust your inner wisdom and talk about it. Take a chance and step onto your true path of happiness and creativity. Remember that excitement and passion are magnetic qualities and will draw the right people and situations to you. This card can also suggest that circumstances may present themselves to you in which you will be required to make a rapid decision using your intuition and discernment rather than logic. The air and fire dragon who has come to you is telling you to trust yourself. You have all you need to make the right choice. With your air and fire dragon beside you, success is ensured. And you know, this could be what you're looking at here. This could be the air and fire dragon here, although he's not blue, but you know, it could be a fire dragon or what have you, if that resonates. And you know, of course, this air and fire dragon, 4th dragon, you could call upon to assist you with firing up your creativity and working into your passion. And you know, I mean, these two cards in your outcome here too. This also Emperor looks like he's got plans here. So it might be that you are looking at moving into some sort of a leadership position. Maybe you're going to be helping people with plans or something like that. Maybe it's like, you know, garden design or who knows. And here this could be, you know, spiritual passions that you're interested in. Yeah, creativity. I mean, it could just be, you know, it could be painting that you would want to get into. It could be absolutely anything, Scorpio. So just remember that air and fire dragon or any other dragon that you feel resonant with may be able to assist you in your visualizations and meditations. That's what I have for you today. I hope you have a lovely day and an awesome week, and I will catch you again soon. Bye for now.